No, there's a big old Homer Simpson donut on Valley Central Way, right there.
Oh.
So, and inside they have a big Homer Simpson.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna play a quick little video just for an intro.
We always say we're going to pursue our dreams one day. We're going to start that business one day. We're going to travel the world one day. We're going to get in better shape one day. It's time to step into the fire and step out of your comfort zone, as the legends before you did, rising above the ashes of those who paved the way for you to be here today. This is your time. This is your opportunity. Today is your day. This is day one. Day one of the rest of your life.
Is it one day or is today your day one? In other words, how do you live? What is your mentality? I had a dream of playing in the NBA, but I had to become an NBA ball player. I dreamed of being a Hall of Fame motivational speaker, but I had to become a Hall of Fame motivational speaker. Your dreams are no good if you're not willing to become. That one day won't happen until you become. And when I talk about becoming, you must become legit. You can't fake this thing.
The one thing that you must understand is that you don't get any do-overs. Once your day ends, that's it. So what action do you need to commit to taking today? When you set a goal, there needs to be a sense of urgency.
You gotta pursue. You get in that ocean and the shark pursues. You go in the jungle, the lion pursues. So can I ask you a question? Are you a dreamer or are you a chaser? How long have you been thinking about this one day? How long have you been talking about this one day? How long are we going to talk about it? How long are we going to dream about it? How long are we going to fantasize about it? How long? You tell me.
It takes grit. It takes sacrifice. It takes time and energy. It takes extreme focus.
Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. I want to be that voice for you to stop dreaming and start chasing, start pursuing. But most importantly, you gotta come.
Today is your day. Today is day one.
We made that video. Welcome to Ignite. How have the classes been going? Any feedback on all the Ignite classes that you guys been? Good. Positive.
Informative.
Yeah. Who are the new agents? Brand new agents. Very new. Very new. How's it going for you guys so far? You guys
Great.
liking it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You love it,
Until
right?
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Jimmy Mora. I started here about 2.5 years ago. No, it's 1 to 3. Jeez. And I've been an agent for, I'm gonna say 6 years. I'm on my 6th year. And I was, before I was in education, I was in the community as well, doing a lot of stuff for like Boys and Girls Club, program director, and you know, I was in the elementary schools as well, and I also DJ'd at night. All that helped out at the end now with what I'm doing in my business, just because I know a lot of people. So one of the things with real estate and what we're gonna be talking about, capturing more leads, is it might be like your past or your prior connections, family, friends, prior work, you know, businesses, everyone in your life. So all in all, you know, all my careers, my jobs, whatever I was doing, even till now, there's some agents I help and mentor here too. And they'll say, I say this all the time, I just love to help people. So regardless of what you're doing, all my jobs I've helped people, period. It's gonna sound cliche when I say I don't do this for money. I know we all do this for our livelihood and money, but always tell my people it comes back to you no matter what. You're genuinely helping people. So always have that in thought. And today's thought is gonna be one day or day one, you decide. When you read that, what do you guys get out of it? Anyone?
Stop procrastinating.
Stop procrastinating. For the young people, can you explain what procrastinating means? Because sometimes I don't.
Lying to yourself.
Stop lying to yourself.
Postponing. You know,
Stop
"No,
postponing.
today, tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow."
Stop BSing. Pretty much.
Yeah.
And, you know, because if you wait, you know, thinking, oh, one day I'm gonna do this. One day I'm gonna be a good realtor. One day I'm gonna go door knock. One day I'm gonna make that call. Tomorrow I'm gonna do it. And then guess what doesn't happen. So obviously, I think most of you guys have passed day one, right? Is anyone still stuck on one day? You be honest. Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck on one day.
I'm on one day.
All right. This is just a course overview. We're still in the lead generation section, and today we're covering a topic called Capture More Leads in our segment on lead generation. So far in Ignite, you've been making contact with your sphere. What's a sphere? I know every time you talk about your sphere of
Like the
influence.
people around you in your circle, your phone.
People that know, like, and trust.
Mhm. Pretty much it's the people you know, but also know you. That's your sphere. So it's not just someone that you know at the market or someone that you say hi to, it's someone that knows you as well. So always know that there's a difference. In this section you'll discover other sources of leads, not just your standard, because when people say, oh, how do I get leads? What's the number one thing people say? Calls, door knock, and open houses. That's it. Those are the least of mine, you know, so I know that it's engraved in your head, open houses, door knock, calls. There's a lot more ways. So don't just stick to those. There are methods of meeting new people, getting to know them, and having them know you. You'll hear it all over and over again, you know, the more leads, the better. The more quality leads converted, the better. So that's one thing you gotta know. Before we begin, let's hear progress with the success system formed yesterday. So any,
I think Ramsey gave you guys something to do with social media.
yeah, what the Ramsey give you guys to do at the end? Even, you know,
If I'm not mistaken, I think you took it to interact with your Instagram database, your social media database, 10
your
likes.
find an accountability partner as well. Anyone talk to their accountability partner? Okay, for those that don't know what accountability partner, who can explain what an accountability partner is?
Somebody that keeps you on track.
Okay, with what? My
Things
food?
you need to be doing.
With what?
Well, in this case, you know, making sure you're making your calls, being productive, you know, whether that's open house, you know, just like, hey, you know, you got anything coming up this weekend? No, great, well, schedule an open house if you can, make some calls if you can, et cetera, so on and so forth.
Okay. What are some ahas that you guys learned yesterday? I caught the end of it, so. Anyone?
Social media could be a powerful platform or tool to gain attraction. It's more about kind of advertising than it is to immediately start like pushing out that you're, you know, in the business. It's more so to kind of allow people to kind of come to you and then, you know, touch base with them, like, genuinely, not like as a salesman. I mean, that's what I take from it.
I like covering the social media part. So I love social media. I know you guys follow me. I'm not your normal social media person, so I go from serious to like funny to like funny and then more funny. I try. So everyone has their own niche, and social media is a great way to do it. So who does not have social media? Because you're in the wrong business. Everyone has social media? So what I would do is just follow each other at the end. If you don't, you know, figure it out and follow each other. If you just have Facebook, get an Instagram, get your TikTok, get all that stuff, and start making videos for yourself. Just not just for you, for your sphere of influence. So to start thinking about what you will learn today, let's consider what questions we might have and what we might learn more about. Remember, today we're doing capturing more leads, so start thinking about that. For 5 minutes, I want you to converse with a partner, some questions you'd like to learn more about. Jot your notes down in your participant guide, if you want, or your notes section, so that sticks with you. So for like a few minutes, just talk about with each other what questions you want to ask, and we'll go over them. You know, remember, capturing more leads. Go.
If they don't answer the phone, I do leave a message, but then I'll work.
I haven't, this one hasn't worked, but I've tried it. It's been like, you know, call them and ask.
Trying
People
to.
are starting to say, you know, you don't have something that's bad, you know, like selling
It's open on my
that one, you know, it's gonna be hit or miss.
And if there's something or relates to the
I don't do
either call or send something about it. Put them on
My last post is
What are some of the names that you would like to look into
So that way everybody.
see a
I
light?
wouldn't even.
Well, I'm already started, so I'm like, you know, like starting with my day, and like, I would like to go to an open house.
I'm doing one this Saturday.
You gotta love it, and you're good at it.
And I'm
Then you're gonna
gonna
attract those people.
You can sit with me there and you can do it from 11 to 2. So, you know, over some time.
You know, I haven't done one, so I wanna
Well,
learn.
by that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
But, you know, it's just cultural, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
today I'm going to
So,
request.
I would say that more than it would be cultural, it would be your
What is
you see, regardless in your neighborhood, in your body. Like, instead of like culture, like, so always say it's the body.
I just, the amendments are standing right now.
And that's
Well, I don't have to deal with it.
Instead of like,
it is.
So I was just here like 9 o'clock, like 10 o'clock.
Something that I got just kind of dive
Because we see prospects my house door. So she was posted.
I wouldn't really write it.
Doesn't matter what age.
Like, I could be like this.
So I feel But in my circle,
Remind
circle,
me, yeah.
I'm just more energetic type person.
Yeah, yeah.
Being more comfortable situations, you know, face. It depends on what I'm doing. If I want energy.
If not,
People, my preference is sports.
Course. Okay, I'm sorry. I have a problem with one of my.
you already done it before.
That's me,
All right, guys. For those of you who came in late, there's donuts.
Most important thing for
And since you guys came in late, we've been doing 10 push-ups each. You're late. Squats or push-ups?
Definitely push-ups.
All right, what are some of the things that you guys discussed?
If they know someone who's interested in buying or selling drugs, it's really all I got.
Yeah, I got stuck in the goddamn Starbucks
Okay.
line.
Capturing
Sorry, I
these,
need
so
a coffee, bro.
how are you gonna look for that? You know,
Well,
I'm not saying you to answer, I'm just telling you to like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, because that's what we're gonna talk about. So
it's
keep
kind
that
of
in
what
mind,
I've been asking people.
how to get those. We're gonna go today. Anyone else? Come on, don't be shy today.
We were talking about open houses, doing an open house, putting the visitors in their place before the open house, you know, the circle prospecting and the calling to get more to attend and then got more leads that way.
Mhm. You guys, go to, who's done open, who hasn't done open house? You have not done open house. Okay, so as other agents will tell you, before you do an open house, what do?
Go door knocking around the neighborhood.
Around the neighborhood and say what?
Introduce yourself and let them know that there's this house that is for sale and there's gonna be an open house.
So usually you would take what?
Your cards.
And?
Flyers.
Flyer. Cause you don't wanna show up like, hey guys, you know, and they're like, what are you doing here? And you don't have something of value or something to show.
Is that the only time you door knock is when there's open houses?
No, I have door knocking experts here. He door knocked forever, huh?
Yeah.
What were your reasons for door knocking?
You find excuses to door knock.
Yep.
I'd find properties when I was brand new that maybe just sold from the office, either buyer side, preferably listing side, so they seem like Keller Williams somewhere. And I would door knock them. Hey, we just sold a house in your neighborhood. We have more buyers interested in this neighborhood. Who do you know that might be looking to sell? But literally anything, if you're doing an event, go door knock. It's just a way to get in front of people and talk to them. Any excuse you can find. I've door knocked my neighbors for Halloween. Little goodie baskets. Hey, like, I'm your neighbor. Think of me when you're trying to sell.
For sure.
You know?
Right.
And we'll
I
get
just
into
didn't
things
wanna
like
look
that.
desperate.
We're gonna get into things like that as well today. Anyone, oh, you door knock too. What are reasons you door knock besides open houses?
Honestly, most of the time it's always been open houses. But what I'll do sometimes to kind of like make it a little bit more value is I'll check the comps and find actually, like Andrew said, recently sold in the neighborhood. So I can say like, hey, we just sold this one over here on this, you know, like really like down the street from you. Also, we're doing an open house over here over the weekend. And you know, whatever, I'm not gonna give you a script right now, but I try to find just more little reasons to go other than just to say it's for the open house.
Yeah, that's a good idea to have comps ready, you know, in that area, regardless if their house or not. Just have some sort of comps ready, just in case they ask, because a lot of people just are curious. Oh, what's my house worth? And without giving them a specific number, you can go ballpark. And then based on the condition of the house, then you're like, well, I can see the house whenever, you know, and there's your lead. If they say yes, you know, if not, then go to the next one. I've been told a million no's and then got many yeses out of them, so they have to, so. Okay, so on this, who would like to read this passage?
I'll read it.
Go ahead.
You love people, but at the same time, you haven't yet learned to love hunting for them.
Okay, you love people, but at the same time, you haven't yet learned to to love hunting. That sounds like some Dexter Dahmer stuff, so it's not that route, okay? No one wants to hunt for people, you know what I mean? But what do you guys get out of it? Just based off that quote.
Like you're shy and you don't know how to talk to people.
Okay, what else? Andrew, so your hand up.
I think it's, for me, it's like, we think we're all people person, that's a lot of, the reason why a lot of us got into business. But I think when they refer to them as hunting them, it's going out and looking for that buyer, getting their contact information. We might like to be in front of people, but we may not like to ask for their number or, you know, go through 100 people to find that one. To me, that's what, you know, what that quote means.
Yeah, and this is all about, remember what? What's the main focus? It's gonna say every day, all the time, for the rest of your careers.
Lead gen?
Lead generation, right? The hunt for people, it means the people that are ready, they're able, you know, willing to buy and sell real estate, okay? So in this session, you're gonna learn more sources for leads so you won't run out, you know, while you're on the hunt. Our objective today is to gain deeper understanding of how to create and decimate lead generating messages, and number two, be able to expand your referral strategies. By the end of the session, you will choose your 4 lead generation sources and lay out strategies and timelines to generate leads from those sources, and you do that on your own time. Who's been hunting? Right? You've been hunting? You been hunting? No? You haven't been hunting? No?
I was lying. I'm good.
No, not, okay, so. So, it's just because it does go hand in hand with it. Hunting teaches you the value, number one, of proper planning, because you can't just go out with a gun or a bow and arrow and not know what you're gonna do with it. So it's dangerous, number one. Number two, if you don't know what you're doing, then you're not gonna hunt anything. So this can be, you know, proper planning and preparation, so this can be applied in your business as well. And why? And I wrote this on my notes, so I want you to write it on your notes, because I said tell them to write this down on their notes. Because when I was going through it, all this, like I would do research and then I would look up stuff and then like this is something that I learned right off the bat. So for a successful business, you need to be organized and have a well thought out approach. Okay, I can say that all day. Number one, I'm gonna give an example. This is my niece right here. She just got her real estate license. This is her first class or second class. She can tell you I'm the most unorganized person. And it sucks. If I was more organized, I bet you my business would be more, you know, be better. So that's one of my weaknesses and that I have to work on. So when you're hunting for people in the business, you have to be as organized as you can, okay? And that's it. And why? Because, let's go on to the next. What is Keller Williams based off of? And most real estate companies and just real estate business?
Systems.
Models and systems, right? You might not have your models and systems down yet. You know, I don't have my models and systems down to the T, you know, yet. But it's always a working process. Do you have your models and systems down? Is it hard?
I think it's always gonna be something that you're correcting and getting better. You know, markets change, approaches change. It's always developing, I think.
But there is a simple system for capturing more leads. And with that, sorry, today's agenda, systems that work. We have prospecting versus marketing, gold mine of referrals, and more sources. So, Nate, will you read that?
Yeah, no problem. Your number one job is to find ways to get in the path of motivated buyers and sellers. Gary Keller.
Okay, number one job is to what?
It's to find ways. I'm sorry, are you making me repeat it or?
Anyone.
Everybody?
Okay, so get in the path of motivated buyers and sellers. Okay, so by getting in the path, it just means to get in their way, which means
You gotta put yourself out there.
put yourself in front of them, always. So it's always smart to be reminded of our #1 job as real estate is what again? Okay, we're gonna say this a lot.
Lead generation.
Lead generation. Okay, why? Because without leads, you don't have what?
You don't have-
No business.
No sales, which means you have no business. And we are in the business of lead generation. And trust me, in the beginning, I thought I knew it all. I thought, just cause I knew everyone, oh, I'm gonna get business. It did help, my first year. But it's one of those things where you're in that business of keep strengthening your lead generation. All right. Since leads are everywhere, we must all be always hyper aware and be on the alert for when they appear. So, what are some ways to get in front of people? Quick.
Open houses.
Open houses.
At the supermarket,
Going to places.
run into them, at the department store.
Department store. It's my favorite, one of my favorites.
I got it listed that way.
Me too. I love going to Marshalls. Door knocking.
Client events.
Bring a niche.
You work a second job, depending on what it is, you can always market yourself to the customers or regulars.
Yeah, that's a 50-50. If your other job isn't as tough and doesn't get in the way of your business, then yes, if it's a side thing, things like that. I know, where do you work at?
I had a bar and grill at Scooter's Bar and Grill part-time.
So plug right there, 10% discount if you say his name.
Actually, I'm not gonna guarantee anything, but I just picked up a new prospect yesterday who could be a client for, I don't wanna get too much of it, right? Because I don't wanna guarantee anything until it's, I see him signing the contract. But, it definitely works out if you do it well enough, and you do it consistently. Or just remind people.
Yep, lead generation companies, things like that. Besides open houses and door knocking, what's your favorite way to try to get people? Anyone? Alicia, how do you get people?
The schools,
Oh, schools, that's a good one.
like my girls, they know, like I'm a
Rosa.
what I do, so they always like, oh, if your family needs to buy a home, my mom is a realtor.
That's good,
So
I
they're
wish my
always-
daughter did that. She didn't want, like, tell your friends,
Thanks,
you're at a
Sarah.
nice school.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah,
whatever.
so,
That's a good one. Also, I think your kids, I always see that you post them basketball and stuff like that, right? So she's a basketball mom. So when she goes, sits down with all the moms, they become friends and talks to people. Have you talked to people about real
try to be,
estate?
involved, with the parents.
So yeah, so if you're like karate, soccer moms, dad,
Any
whatever.
activities that, where I have
Anyone
a
else?
chance to.
You work at a school, do you ever talk to people about real estate?
Yeah.
I'm sure you talk to people at the gym, right?
Yes, I talk to people at the gym. I try to go, I know you can't tell, but I try to go every day. And,
How does that work? Try.
well done. My gym story is gonna be in a few pages later, so we'll wait for that part. So that's a way, different ways to get in the way of people, right? And just always give it a shot. A lot of people I know are shy, so throw that out the window. I know a lot of people are shy. You can't be in this business if you're shy. That's the #1 thing, so. My mom would say, sacúdetela, just take it. All right, 2 M's of lead generation. Lead generation should always be purposeful and intentional. The slides depict a system to help make your lead generation more purposeful. We call this message and method of your lead generation the 2 M's. You have your participation guide, right? So you guys see this?
Yes.
On your end?
Uh-huh.
Okay. The message must, number one, match your market, and two, make an offer for immediate response. So, match the market by tailoring the intended message to the sentiments and market conditions of a target group in your area which you operate. And I'm just reading this because they're telling me I have to read this, but I'm gonna flip it and just ask you, like in my way, what's that mean to you? Because if you don't know, we can just. I'm gonna read it again. Match the market by tailoring the intended message to the sentiments and market conditions of a target group in the area which you operate. Because I'm gonna give it to you in 4 words.
Well, make sure that the value that you're offering to the people that you are presenting these offers match their circumstances, their abilities,
Yeah.
their everyday life.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you an example before I tell you what that means to me. I would DJ nightclubs. Let's say I was DJing a country bar and I put ratchet rap music on.
No, it's not gonna.
Is it gonna work?
No.
Am I going to tailoring to my market?
No.
Okay, so to me, all that means is know your audience, okay? Just know your audience, period. There's people you can talk to real estate to, there's some people that just don't wanna hear it. So, know, there's markets for condos, there's markets for homes, there's markets for, let's say you talk to a big time businessman that just does commercial, what are you gonna do? You're like, you could have a deal right there. My niece is going through that right now, so, we can't just not know, because if you don't know your audience, then it's gonna be tough in the business. Have a call to action, this is the second one. Have a call to action that can be direct. Call me now, or indirect. Look at my website to learn more. What could be an offer that would generate a response? Who would make your phone ring to generate immediate responses or texts or on social media? I'm gonna give you examples that they have right here. This awesome house just came onto the market. If you're looking for a home in this neighborhood, call me right away. That's one. Interest rates are low. This is probably not done this year. Interest rates are low. If you're considering buying now or thinking about refinancing, I can put you in touch with lenders who can work with you. Do you know about the prices of homes in your neighborhood or in your area or town? I've got the report just for you. Call, text, or visit my website to sign up. That's how we get them. So what are some examples you guys would say or have in your head for people to give you quick responses? If you want a response from someone, what are you gonna tell them?
I think that it's like we usually practice about it, particularly when the objection, particularly when people say, oh, the interest rates are too high. Then we ask, well, what's more important to you, the interest rate or the monthly payment you're gonna pay? So,
100%.
I would expect they say, well, of course, it's not. So I would try that.
Some lenders, what do they say? Now I've been hearing this a lot for like the last year, like date.
Marry the house.
Marry the house, right? So there's little sayings, there's little things you could tell them, date the rate, marry the house means, hey, go get the rate, go get this. If you really love the house, yes, it's gonna cost you a little more on your mortgage for now, because the interest rate is a little up there. For now, we can't say we know, guarantee, but we know it might dip a little bit. So once it dips, what can you do? Refinance. And then you have the house that you want right now. Because let's say rates dip to 4%. Imagine 4% right now. Everyone will go crazy. Everyone will try to buy the same house. So that means prices are gonna what? Go up. And guess what? Are you gonna be able to get that dream house for that price or
No,
for whatever? No, not at all. Because prices will go up. You'll have 20, 30 offers. So there's different methods of, examples you can, you talk to people about. So when you guys get in your groups or your accountability partners, that's, some things you guys can talk about and practice. I'm sure you guys practice during scripts, so you guys go to scripts. Okay, number 2, method. There are 2 primary methods of getting your message out to your target group. What are the 2 methods? It's on where it says number 2. Prospecting and marketing, which we covered earlier at the beginning of the lead generation segment. So in this session, we're only going to cover additional prospecting notes. So, okay, leads are everywhere. Number 1, your approach. Okay, you're gonna have to have an approach all the time, even for times that spontaneous. So you can't just like be a creeper and then I don't know, talk to them. So they have to have an approach. You have to have a way to connect, and then there's gonna be questions on both sides. They're gonna have questions for you. You're gonna have questions for them. So when you are truly in the hunt for leads, you will find many opportunities. Let's say you're at a coffee shop and you overhear a couple talking about an open house they just visited. What should you do? Okay, let's go with approach, connect, and ask. First, approach with a conversation starter. This is examples in the book. It's not what I was. I overheard you talking about an open house. Are you looking for a home in this area? Second, connect with the individual in a way that builds rapport and trust. One of the best ways is with questions. Look for opportunities to be of service to them. I have a list of all these homes for sale in this area. I'd love to connect with you so I can keep you informed and let you know what's happening in this market. Finally, appropriate and ask to meet them and learn about their situation. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of it. Always don't forget about there's a method, right, that you guys use for when you talk to people. What is that method called? Just give you a hint. There's a car named after it. Ford.
Family, occupation.
Family, occupation, recreation,
Dreams.
dreams. So, how would you guys talk to someone that's, I want examples now. If, let's say Andrew's sitting right there talking to me about an open house, how would any of you come up to us, or what are the things you would ask, or how would you approach without looking like a creeper? And in our business. Come on.
Hey, could I help it over here? I don't know.
The classic.
I'd casually walk by, stop, and like, hey, where'd you get your tats from, Andrew? I want to know your name. Like, where'd you get started from? How do you know my name?
Okay.
Then I flash my badge, like realtor badge, like just trying to fix it. Just while I'm talking to him about his tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll drop it, like, oh, drop that,
Are you trying to pick him up?
Potentially,
I'm taking it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know.
That's approach. Okay, I see your approach. How are you gonna connect with them?
Then I would just, ask them, oh, hey, by the way, just out of curiosity, I think I heard you talking about an open house. Was there any chance that you're, interested in the real estate market? And then go from there. And then I would ask them genuine questions and not try to be too salesy.
Okay. And then what would you ask them at the end?
I would ask them if it makes any sense for us to take each other's contact information and,
Okay.
just so I can keep them informed on the local market, and perhaps we can go from there.
Okay. Anyone else? One more person at least. I want to hear more versions.
I'd say, I'm sorry, I've overheard you speaking about an open house, and if you're still looking for homes, I'm also gonna be holding some open houses this coming weekend. If you're interested, I could give you some more information about it.
Good.
Thank you, here's my card, if you need anything else, just I overheard.
Yeah.
I think it comes on the scripts though.
It comes out of scripts.
Like there's no sneaky way to go around it. I think you have to be direct. There's a lead right there. We spend all day calling doing open houses to find that lead. If they're right there, yeah, it might be weird going up and say, hey, I overheard you. But then if you know your qualifying questions, learn more about them, build rapport, then it's not, oh, maybe we should exchange numbers. It's what's your number? Let me send you my business card. So then you can control the conversation, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, it's always, this, when I say don't be a creeper, just don't call weird to them, just talk to them like a normal person. I like your idea, talking to them, I do that all the time. I try to relate myself to the person.
Shoes.
And shoes, clothes,
Purses.
whatever.
Not me.
Yeah, you guys can be purses. I like your purse. Hey, I overheard you talking about, this, that. There's many different ways, but it's your job to go and get it. It can be there. Some people will just be, and guess what? For that. It goes back to that. Okay, ahas. What ahas do you have? Take a few responses and thank them for sharing. Any ahas? Anything that stuck out so far that you didn't know or helped you, or it's gonna help you?
So leads, opportunities for leads are every day, everywhere in our daily life, in most of what we're doing. Just being, legit, original, and honest with people, creating relationships.
Yes.
And work.
Okay, good. Anyone else? One more. You haven't learned anything? Okay.
Zoom's pretty quiet.
Huh?
Zoom's pretty quiet.
Yeah. Anyone on Zoom? Any questions? Any ahas? No? I wonder if they can't hear me and they're just being polite. You guys hear me?
They all fell asleep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Any ahas? Jasmine, since you said something, so I'll put you on the spot.
Yeah, I'm getting like new tips on like how to lead generate and just be more personable and making it more natural when approaching people. And I think that's about it.
What did you used to do before real estate? Just because we didn't do an introduction because at the beginning.
I was in the medical field, so I was a phlebotomist, so people don't know, every time I say that, they're like, what is that? It's when you come in and get your blood drawn, that's what I did.
So you have a lot of connections in the medical field then?
Yeah, I have a few coworkers, past coworkers.
Okay, so that's good. You can always start there as well. And when you have jobs like that or come from jobs like that, you're always one-on-one, so you're always gonna stay connected to people like that. And always go back to them. Don't lose those contacts. Don't stop hitting them up. Because even I get sometimes, man, I haven't messaged, someone in a while, regardless if it's on my drip campaign or not. It's always nice to get an organic message, not something they already know that gets sent to them all the time and they know it's a robot hitting you up or AI or whatever. I'm always, I'd rather send out organic stuff. Okay, now someone that hasn't spoken. Let's go to Ashley. Can you read that for me from Mora?
I don't know what Lead generation is a contact sport with simple rules. It means making contact with people through prospecting and marketing.
Okay, so we discussed prospecting and marketing in the earlier section, and we're gonna go a little deeper into it. So, lead generation is a contact sport with simple rules. It means making contact with people through what, again?
Prospecting and marketing.
Prospecting and marketing.
Good. Okay. Football, basketball, wrestling, boxing, they're all what?
Contact sport.
Contact sports, right? That means you are always physically in contact with another player, the opposite team, you're getting pummeled. It's not an easy sport. You always have to what? Be in the sports. Be what? Ready, right? You always have to, you're always on edge, regardless. Who's played physical sports? Ballet doesn't count. What, basketball? Basketball, football, anyone else?
Basketball.
Basketball, right? One of the crazy things about most of those sports is, you're gonna hear this if you're in the sports world all the time, it's 20% physical, even though it's a contact sport. And the other 80 is what? Mental. Mind, it's all mental. So you always have to be ready. And by being ready, yeah, it's gonna be prospecting and marketing. So, I know you guys seen this chart before, right? Right. Have you guys seen this chart?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, it says you've seen this chart before. Everyone you know and every lead you prospect is somewhere on this graph. The question is, are they at the top, are they at the bottom, are they somewhere in between? Everyone's timeline and life experiences are different. It's your job to do your best to predict where they are always. So, and that's the tough part, because let's say you have 1 or 2 prospects, you know, you're gonna know where they're at. What if you have 100? What if you have 200? You know, some people have 2,000. And to be on top of your game, you're gonna always have to know where they're at. So you're gonna need help. You're gonna need to be ready. So do you only prospect leads that are on their way up, that is only moving to buy? Are those the only people you prospect to?
No.
No, not at all. Every lead that you catch and build a relationship with is a potential buyer and seller at one point of their life, or the one point of the referral source. So who do we prospect for who and when? Who do we prospect for?
Future clients.
Okay, I heard it over here.
For everyone.
Everyone.
They're all at
Period.
different stages in their life.
They're all different stages in my life. And this is where I live. Jim's story. So, like he was saying, I go to when I prospect at the gym. When I was at my another company when I first started, I would wear. He said what company? It was Remax. I would, and they're enemies. So then everyone's like, "You went to California." So it was like they hate each other. Anyways, I had a shirt that just had the name of the company, right? And I would wear it all the time. Or I asked for like a few shirts, and I would wear it all the time to the gym. You guys talk to people at the gym. Who goes to the gym? Just everyone raise your hand. You guys talk to people in there, you become friendly with people, especially in our business. I met someone and became friends. We worked out together here and there and just started talking. And everyone in there knew I was a realtor just because of what? My shirt, right? And if people talk to me about real estate, and I was new, and I would just always wear my shirt, and everyone knew I was a realtor. This guy, I related to him because he was a teacher, and I was in education right before that, so we kind of related. Oh, he played basketball too. We would play basketball at the gym. And one time he just hit me up. He's like, "Hey, I think my sister wants to buy it. Let me give her your contact." Kind of nonchalantly. I was like, "Oh, thanks, cool." Long story short, that guy referred me to his sister who bought a house, right? And me and him were friends. Give him referral, a thank you for everything, here's a little gift, this, that. A year and a half after that, so we were friends the whole time, a year and a half, he was saying that he wanted to sell his house, right? So I already got them a house, the sister. So he's like, I want to sell my house. I'm like, okay, let's go. He's all, but my sister wants to sell her house too, the one they bought. I'm like, okay. And they're like, and their parents want to sell their house in LA, right? So we can all live together in this new community and live next door to each other. So how many transactions is that?
Yeah, wow.
Off one shirt?
7.
7. Off one shirt. So it's like, I talked to them, you know, kept that relation, regardless if it's a year, 2 years, 3, 4 years, you know, for me it worked out, because they did 7 transactions within a year and a half. And it was awesome, you know, they all got TVs. So, you know, one of the houses was in LA, right by Dodger Stadium, so it was like $900,000. So, you know, I looked out for them, you know, on the, when I sold, so I knew they were gonna buy new builds. New builds, you get 3, I think it was 4% then. So, new builds, you don't do anything. You just put your name down and everything else happens, you kind of guide them. So don't not market yourself in any which way. Who has their, okay, I wear this everywhere. Even if I'm in a tuxedo, I'll wear it. Just cause I'm always branding myself. I go to the stores all the time. I've gotten deals at the stores, bonds. I got, right now at the gym, I have one of my bookings is from someone at the gym. Always wear this. Some people put it backwards. I don't like that.
I do.
So do you? Do you? Does it work?
And people, yeah, people say, hey, your badge is backwards.
Yeah.
I say, oh, you know, so then we start going.
Have you done that? So people do it backwards, so they'll be like, hey, your badge, and then you start a conversation with them. But yeah, she wears her badge, right? You wear your badge all the time. Yeah. Anyone else have badges? You have a badge? So, you keep this, I got 5 of them for $25. So I can keep them in the car, keep one in my office, just so you can have one handy every time you go somewhere. So get one, please. Every time I do Ignite, I tell everyone get one, and then I see one person get one. Everyone get one. I promise it's gonna help.
Where did you get it from?
I think Ventura Graphics, I think.
Oh yeah, now, Ventura Graphics, he made me a cool one with my Bitmoji, because I always use my Bitmoji on everything. So, he got, I think I paid 10 or 11 bucks for one, and it was super nice and huge. You know, he has different ones there. I went through a company online, and I just have a bunch, but now I go through Ventura Graphics. Online guys, Ventura Graphics. That's his plug, you should have got me doing that, send it to him now. So Ventura Graphics is great. I only plug him because he does all my stuff. Who uses Ventura Graphics? Like, almost everyone.
No way.
Signs, flyers, shirt. He's making me a shirt right now for family reunion.
Business cards.
Business cards. He has a package, I think, here too. Ventura Graphics has a package. New agent package. Yeah. That helps for everyone. And if you're not an agent, just say you're an agent and get a package deal. I would. You want For sure. So get one of these. Spend the $10, $12, whatever it is, and get one and take it everywhere and use it. Only place I use is church because I don't get specific. But I do take it to the stores. It's been helpful. Get you some shirts. At first, I was like, I don't want people copying my ideas with the shirts, but now I'm like, everyone do it. Just do it. Your business is business out there for everyone. Just get your shirt. I see people wear like realtor moms or realtor this. Do it. Who cares? You know, wear it everywhere. There you go.
Laptop case.
Laptop case. Phone cases. Just market yourself.
Tattoo.
It's easy.
You got it, hold on. We're in the wrong section. What button did you? There you go.
All right, well, he fixes that. The next one is prospecting versus marketing. You saw in session 5, and it's here again to remind you of your two methods for lead generating, prospecting and marketing, and that your business should be prospecting based and marketing enhanced. Why is it better to be prospecting based and marketing enhanced? Anyone? Why is it better to be prospecting based and marketing enhanced?
Because you're always trying to look for leads, you know?
Okay.
Prospecting first gets you in front of them, whereas marketing kind of, most of the time comes afterwards, for most cases at least.
Okay. So, there's prospecting, right, and there's marketing. Prospecting is what one simple thing to some, to some is simple, prospecting, because it's just what? Opening your mouth, talking to people, right? And guess what number 2 is? It's free. You don't have to pay to prospect. Okay, you don't have to pay to go walk to someone's house to talk to people. Once you pay for this, you don't have to pay to wear it. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay. That's the number one thing about prospecting is free. Marketing can cost you money. And it's more of a wait to see method. All right, if I put this out, let me see what happens. Let me try to catch these people. Let me, go target an audience. Also, prospecting builds a business that will thrive in down markets. Who can kind of tell me what that means in a down market? How does prospecting help you in a down market? Meaning there's probably not a lot of
Providing
houses, so-
information to people as to what's going on with the market.
Okay, yeah, that's one.
Because on television, you have very limited information, and
Sources,
sometimes they get it as a fear. It's a fear, right?
100%. So the more you prospect, the more people you get in a down market. So like, for example, September, October, November, December, pretty much sucked, right? In real estate. Now that rates dropped a little bit, guess what's happening? What do you see more of? Houses, more buyers?
More buyers.
Okay, so all those people that you prospected at that time that were kind of scared, guess what? They're coming back to you. As long as you kept in touch with them and prospected them, okay? So, in our last 2 sessions, they were about open houses and social media prospecting, and how prospecting helps support awareness and lead generation around your open houses, and social media can be prospecting tool as well for marketing. Who uses social media for prospecting and marketing? How do you use it?
Open houses, I'll post, open houses or, just sold, just listed, everything.
Yeah.
I just had someone reach out last night from social media and they wanna buy, so it works.
And it works. See? Anyone else?
I send a newsletter.
Oh, it's a
On a
newsletter.
monthly basis, with statistics for each of the zip codes, and just plug in the information. How many houses are on the market.
Newsletters have been classic and they still work to this day. Even though people if you get it in the mail, sometimes they'll consider it junk or whatever, but if you do it like how she says, it's in your face, people are gonna read it. Even if they read a little bit of it, catches them, then they'll read it, and then they'll be like, oh, this is good information. She's a good agent. Let me hit her up. So. Okay, this one you said is good. Okay. Well, this one is prospecting.
Does everybody have a pen?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the guide, the prospecting guide from the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. There are many prospecting sources to share your messages to. Have you tried any of these sources? If so, mind sharing your experiences. So, here's phone or face-to-face. So, there's FSBOs. Who knows what FSBO is?
Sell by owner.
For sale by owner. Who's have to deal with a for sale by owner? You have? Did it work?
I did too.
We'll see, we'll find out today.
You're doing it right now? Okay, good. And you?
Yeah, I had actually I sold one FSBO last December in Rosemont.
And they were selling it as a FSBO and then you got the deal?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I brought
You
the
brought the buyer and you negotiated it?
Yeah, and
Nice.
the buyer really worked out with about $35,000 in automatic equity, because we were able to get things from the for sale by owner.
Yeah.
And they loved the house.
Nice.
Really nice house.
Okay, so for sell by owners can be a little tough because pretty much the seller, number one, is either super stingy and doesn't want to pay anyone to sell their house, or doesn't have knowledge pretty much on how to sell. And it goes back to number one, maybe they're stingy and want all their money, but without the knowledge, they probably wouldn't be stingy because there might be a chance for them to get more than what they think their house is worth or whatnot. I just sold a for sale by owner not too long ago, a few months ago, and my contractor was working on a house for them to sell, in court sale, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna put it on the market if you know anyone, we're selling it ourselves. And then he's like, hey, talk to this lady, she wants to sell it by herself. She's willing to pay 1% for someone to do the paperwork. And so I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So they were trying to sell it for $330, because it was a small little house with a little lot. Was it like 3 and 1? And I talked to her and I was like, why don't you want to pay an agent, you know, to help you sell the house? I gave her numbers, and like, they didn't own nothing on the house, you know, zero. So I was like, you're gonna make all this money. They wanted it to take it up north. And so they weren't living out here. I negotiated and told them, these are the comps. I can get you maybe a little more. Yes, you'll be paying it to agents, but I can get you more. And based on the comps, at the end of the day, with paying agents, she made $30,000 more. So imagine her it was on the market for weeks, and no one wanted to show the house. Because as an agent, are you gonna take him to see the house? Be honest. If you know you're not gonna get paid.
No.
Right? Why? Because you're not gonna do it out of the kindness of your heart? Why? That's me. Because we're not in the business of just that. We're in the business of prospecting and marketing and getting paid for it and helping people. So it's tough for FSBO buyers to get them because they already have their mindset. So it's your job to go in there and give them information, the right information, and hopefully you can get it. Expired listings, I know a lot of you guys call expired listings. Who calls expired listings? You love doing those or what?
No.
I'm
Right.
closing an escrow next week on that.
Oh, you're closing? See, she's done. Good job. Okay, you could just go through the list Recently sold, recently listed, charity work, volunteer work, banks, third-party data company, investor, teaching, speaking opportunities, meals, door-to-door canvassing, networking events. What's missing on here? This must be an older
Social media.
social media is not on there, right? Probably because this was, it's not current.
This section before, they do social media.
No, I know, but it says social media is not on here because the current published MREA is a bit older. Okay.
Sorry.
The models still work, but we are an evolving world. So guess what? Something else is gonna be added to this in a couple of years, and something else.
AI.
And it's the AI. Oh, I can send my robot to go do open houses for me. You know, so it's like, it's gonna turn into something like that. So it's always evolving business. Keller Williams surveyed top agents and found out about some prospecting approaches. So how do you think it's best to approach prospecting? Do you guys think it's best to select several sources or try at once one source?
Several.
That would be best, you know, to follow through.
Several, for sure.
Several. Who says one?
I think it should take it one at a time just for the quality over quantity.
Okay.
But I say that, but I also,
Say
do
several.
like 3 different ones, so.
Keller Williams did a survey for the top agents, and they focused on their top 4 sources and get their best return that way. So they said focus on top 4 sources. The top 4 sources are repeats and referrals from their SOI, which is spheres of influence, and their database. Okay, looking. Okay, so looking at this, at the list prior. Looking at the list prior that we were doing, which one would you consider pursuing? Remember, you already have one down because of your sphere of influence. So circle them, you can circle them, you have that list, right, on your, okay. Circle the ones that you would probably like to do. Just circle 4, and then we'll go over some. All right, what are some of the ones you picked?
I only picked 2.
Okay, what you pick? What's your number 1?
Billboards and social media.
Which one?
Billboards, number 7.
Billboards? Okay. Social media.
Social media.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing billboards and so, you know, probably working for them. Good for them. Anyone else?
Personal vehicles.
Huh?
Personal vehicles.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. What else? I see some that are like holding like yellow pages. No one uses that.
Nobody reads that anymore.
Is there?
Anyone else?
Magazine,
Magazines?
yeah, there's a
Magazines.
lifestyle magazine.
Yeah.
And people, I remember, I did it actually once to try it out.
You put yourself in the cover?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And a friend of mine called me this, I called
They thought you were
I got
famous,
the
huh?
magazine, but I don't see it anymore. That was a test.
That's good. Yeah, no, that's good. Imagine someone that you know, see, like that you sent, you already know you sent it to them, but you don't say nothing, and they just open their mail and they're like, hey, that's bonita. I don't know.
A lot of people in the valley do bus benches.
Bus benches, a lot, because there's a lot more buses over there.
Yeah.
You know, here, I know, Leovi from Remax and,
Leslie Coleman has a
what's his name? Alvarado team. They're friends with us, they do it out here, I've seen a couple.
What is?
Leslie.
Leslie has a bench, Rose
Delmy.
also has a bench.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shopping, at the shop, when you go shopping, you know,
Oh, yeah.
Shopping.
the shopping carts,
cart.
and they have the little, I always cover it, cause I'm like, I hate it.
They divide her.
I put the toilet paper right there, no, but honestly, like, that's a good approach.
Yeah.
You know, I even saw, you know, when you get in the line, and you put the palo, the little stick to go like that, even on that.
Yeah,
And I was like, maybe Chevy did that, I was like, oh crap.
yeah, there's a realtor at Albertsons.
Yeah, at Vaughn's.
Yeah, yeah.
You see
Vaughn's and
you
Albertsons.
grab the thing and
There she is.
that's something you grab all the time, right?
Mhm.
So guess what, you're always gonna pick it up and see someone's name on it.
What
So
is
those-
pay-per-click advertising?
Like running a paid ad.
Yeah, pay that, pay that.
You can
And
do
that-
those on command.
What's SEO? Number 2?
Yeah. Online advertising, number 2.
What's that?
Yeah.
Top it up.
I don't,
Google.
yeah, so
Or portals, what the hell's portals?
portals, can be like different websites and things like that, links and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of, that
Oh,
is.
search engine optimization.
Right, search engine.
Come on, Armando. Yeah. Oh.
Which means websites. Again, I got lost now. Which means websites. So that's your search engine. Let me see what I got.
Shit, why not grocery carts?
It's Victoria's fault. Don't blame her. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Marketing. Okay, so this section, it's about additional prospecting sources to think about and focus on. Here's a list of marketing sources for comparison. Read through the list quickly. So, were you guys reading through this one already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you see anything missing on this one? This one says social media, but no, I have it on there.
Yep.
Social media.
Social media is.
Advertising though is not on there. Who's done social media advertising? Where you pay? So,
Like running a paid ad on.
you did it one time? Oh yeah, you did. I remember. I would see it all. I put height. Yeah, I put height because I've done it too. I'm just kidding. No, but a lot of people pay, and then if you ever like start scrolling and see the same thing over and over, see the same thing over and over, and it says sponsored, that means it's paid. So you can pay, and the more you see it, that's the more money they put into it. So if you put $100 a week, you're gonna see it a lot. You could do $10 a week. You can do whatever you want on there. People do that just to keep them top of mind.
The more famous ones now are like the story ones. Like, well, you'll be like looking at people's stories in between you get the ads. I started to get some of the real estate teams here. I was like, oh, they're targeting me now. But it's possible, so that could be you guys as well.
Yeah, and you'll quickly realize, understand that, you know, how much money you put into things, how much more you get out of it, and it could work. Sometimes it won't work. That's the risk that you take. Command does offer an easy way to set up Facebook advertising, very low cost, and you can learn more about that through
Armando, tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1.
Tomorrow at 1, literally.
That's your class.
Yep.
Prospecting and marketing, because we only have 20 minutes. There are sources that use both prospecting and marketing. For example, open houses, which was covered in session 1. We'll talk about graphic farming in a few slides in a little bit, and seminars and events. What is a common prospecting method to use with open houses? We talked about this, easy.
Door knocking.
Door knocking, right? This is your opportunity to, one, make the neighborhood aware that you have open houses. What else? Invite.
Also,
Circle
prospecting.
Circle prospecting, and there may be a buyer there that might, or they might know a buyer, What part of your job does that cover? Prospect again.
Lead generation.
Lead generation, right? So that's pretty much it. That's all we're doing when we do that. Okay, any ahas? In that section.
Just primarily to know the different ways of marketing that you can do for yourself. Don't be scared of it. If you don't have the money, put it into the free one and put your focus on the free one. Social media. I know yesterday Ramses was telling a little bit about using Canva Command to create your marketing. Like, I know it's Jasmine. Yeah, Jasmine, I've seen she's done it a few times where she drops up like market stats or something, and then she puts her picture right there. So not only are they getting the actual information, they're seeing her face. So, for you guys to use as well.
Good. Let's get into the next slide. Gold mine of referrals. Let's get into gold mine of referrals. Many agents miss out on referrals, and yet they can be an easy and lucrative source of leads. Imagine if leads simply came to you guys as referrals from your what? Spheres of influence, right? Friends, family, co-workers, neighbors. We'll talk about different types of referrals that you guys can make. We're gonna look at client referrals. A lot of my business has been now coming from client referrals because once you're in the business a few years, you're gonna get those referrals coming in. Agent to agent referrals, worldwide referrals, I think you did one of those. Business to business referrals. Okay, next slide. As mentioned earlier, top agents rely on their sphere and clients as their greatest source of referrals. Some agents say 90% of their business comes from what? What do agents say?
Previous referrals?
Referrals. Okay, as a new agent, are you gonna have referrals from previous clients? No. No, right? Because you do not have previous, business. So as a new agent, you might kind of be like, oh man, I'm not gonna get referrals. That's not true. It begins with setting the expectation with your sphere and your business and how it runs on referrals, that you trust them to provide referrals for you guys as you need it. That is right, not exactly. Yes, set the expectation, then provide value, okay? You must be deserving of a referral. That is, if you must be referable. So, I'm gonna just say this, because that I don't know if you guys understood that. Okay, how will you know that you're valuable enough to get referred to? Do you guys already feel that people can refer to you as an agent? Are you that confident? You should be. Okay, even though you haven't done business, right? You guys are learning, with classes, training. You should always feel confident in getting a referral from anyone. So how is someone gonna refer you? What's the number one thing they have to have? Trust.
Call them up and let them know.
Trust. That's the number one thing someone's gonna refer you to. Okay, if they don't trust you, they're not gonna refer you. Because why are they gonna give their mom, their abuelita business to you guys? If they don't trust you. They're not. You know what I mean? Like, they're just not. What are some ways you can provide their best, provide value besides the three listed on the slide, which is share, ask for referrals, reward referrals, and handwritten notes. What are other ways that you guys can get referrals? Or what are other ways that people can look at you and say, I'm gonna refer that person? What are some values?
You're friendly.
Okay, friendly. So I want a friendly agent.
Vouch for yourself as a real estate agent in public settings.
Informative. Okay.
Train your SOI on how to refer you.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
So your sphere of influence, you train them to refer you. But before that, how are they gonna refer you? Like, what are some qualities that you have to be referable?
Bring value.
Like what?
Contribution.
As a new agent.
As a new agent, be the expert. Show them, give and give until they want to start giving back. So information, help, guidance, teach them, give them the opportunity to come to you, talk to them.
This is Nico, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know him. What's up, Nico?
Nico from the neighborhood.
That's Nico's neighborhood. So one thing is being a problem solver. That's huge. We're always putting out fires. If you guys know that, we're always putting out fires. Problem solver, for example, contracts. There's always an issue with contracts. We're not perfect. Maybe mess up. Maybe you put 6 million instead of 600,000. You have to fix it. You know, don't lose your head over it. There's always issues with contracts that you're gonna have. Even the top agents mess up all the time. Always keep calm, okay? Problem solver, escrow. Who's done transactions already? Is escrow always perfect?
No.
No. What happens if you freak out? Nothing. It's gonna get worse. You have to be a problem solver. You have to work things around and always, that's where your instinct, your knowledge, and your gut comes in, and you have to be a problem solver. How about inspections? Who's had the best inspections all the time, every single time? Nico. No, I had the worst inspections. One time we did an inspection, and I don't know why we forgot to check the closet during the regular home, viewing. We're in escrow. We opened the door, mold, sauce, black all over. Like, it looked like the worst scary movie house ever, room ever. And I was like, I'm not going in there. I'm sorry, I know you're an agent. I usually will go first, but I'm not gonna go in there because it was bad. You could tell it was mold. And we didn't go in, and then they wanted to cancel this, that. Luckily, being a problem solver, I called like people that I know, contractors, took pictures, like, hey, can we fix this? What's it gonna cost? It only costs like $250, right? Because it was surface mold. They just treated it, they cleaned it. I think they put new drywall up. That's easy. It was drywall. So they put it, treated it, brand new. I even told, they wanted to cancel, and I'm just like, the seller's gonna fix it. Don't worry about it. I already knew the seller wasn't gonna fix it. They were jerks. So they didn't wanna fix it. But I go, if they fix it, are you good? And my buyer's like, yeah, I just want it fixed and make sure the mold's gone. I'm like, how about new drywall? They're like, perfect. I'm like, okay. I call my guy, I paid for it, $250. I was gonna make $10,000, who cares, right? It's part of your expenses. Fixed it, closed the deal, problem solver expertise.
That alone will earn your referrals because you stuck your neck out for them.
1,000,000%. Another thing is, who's had buyers change their mind, even after escrow? Yep. Oh, all the time. All the time. Some change their mind to the fullest, and you have to cancel escrow. Sometimes you just have to kind of be not strong arm them, but kind of be like, this is what it is.
Thank you.
Maybe they just need a little more convincing. Maybe they have to talk to the lender. Go ahead. Were you saying something? Oh. Maybe they just got cold feet, and you just gotta tell them, hey, this is a perfect house for you. Yeah, I've had so many of those, and then you're always scared they're gonna change their mind. Yep. Another one is providing elevated service, like you guys said. Okay, you have to know how to strategize. You have to know your marketing. You have to know your market. That's always, as a good agent, a good quality to have. That's gonna make you referable. And then another thing, it says here, and I agree with it, being caring and supportive. Because you can know everything, you can know the world, you can know the market, What are a lot, I wanna say like 90 to 95% of buyers and sellers care about one thing. What's that?
Smooth transaction.
They wanna know if you really care. Okay, that you can go in a nice suit and show them numbers and come in with this vibe that you think you're the coolest agent in the world. If they don't think you care, they're not gonna wanna work with you. You know, some investors do just because they're just numbers based, but people that really wanna buy a house, it's a big decision. It's a lot of money. They're not gonna leave it into someone's hands. I'm Hispanic, we don't trust nobody. Nobody. So, for example, like my niece, she just got her license and she's doing a deal that I'm helping her on with a family member, and they didn't trust nobody. I think pretty much, right? So they're like, get your license, and you and your uncle couldn't do these commercial listings. So it's trust. You know, they gotta know that you care. They gotta always know that there's some sort of compassion. So don't be jerks. That's the moral of that story. Don't be jerks.
People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Yep, that's exactly it. Okay, when is the best time to ask for a referral?
All the time.
All the time. Who said all the time? So if I'm sad, I just got divorced, or like this, are you gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna sell you a house. You wanna talk about selling houses? You know what I mean?
No, I make
I had a firecracker and I blew my arm off. Hey, you wanna buy a house? I'll give you more scenarios, but like, it's not all the time, because sometimes they're not in the proper state of mind, they're not in that mood, so there's something tragic happen. So don't go up to them while they're crying. So don't go up to them while they're crying. Or they told you a tragedy or something like that. You have to know your audience 100%. So whenever there's a moment when a client expresses gratitude or they're happy and excited, at the consultation or contract, and of course at the close of the transaction, when they're the happiest, then that's when you can ask for a referral. Especially like, oh, did I do a good job? You know, don't forget to refer me, you know, to your friends and family or whatnot. And that's the same one, yeah. So here are a few simple sample conversation starters as your participant in your participant guide. My goal by the end of the transaction is for you to be so thrilled that you will tell everyone about me. That's one way. Who do you know that would like an experience like you've had? If I provide a stellar experience, it would be the greatest gift for you to refer me. Family, coworkers, I'll take it all. So there are just some reasons. You guys can make up your own. You guys are your own people. You guys know who you're talking to. So when you ask for a referral, just make sure you do it at a good time. You know what I mean? And don't be too pushy. Just be like, hey, you know, don't forget about me, you know, type thing. And they always do. Usually they always do. It says for you guys to do some conversations about that, but we don't have time for that. Whenever you receive a referral, whether the referral turns into business or not, it's important to reward the behavior of providing a referral. This can be as simple as a gift card, coffee. Treat the referral source, always treat them better than the referral itself, okay? Because you would have never got that referral without the referral source, okay? Always know that. Many agents track the people who provide referrals by making them in their database and continuing to reward them through the relationship. Special handwritten note goes a long way. Many top agents hold special events for their top referral source as a reward. Of course, that's when, you know, you had business and made money, you know, because it's not that affordable. You can learn more about gaining clients by viewing the session called Fill Your Funnel with Client Referrals. So anyways, all you have to know is if someone gives you a referral, even if they give you a lead and it doesn't turn into something, they still thought of you, okay? They still thought of you. So give them a note.
Give them a treat.
Give them, you know, a coffee, give them a donut, give them something, you know, to show them that you appreciate it.
What do you do
Me?
when somebody gives you a referral?
If it pans out, just record it. I give them money. A gift card or something like that nice. Because, and yes, sometimes people ask, hey, if I give you something, wait, it's up to you what you want to tell them. I'm going to tell you what to say. But I always look out, especially if when they don't know it's coming. Let's say I close a transaction, you make $7, $8, $9, $10,000. What's $100? What's $200?
So you reward it after the close, you don't reward the actual.
I do. I reward it after something like that. I still give them something for the referral because they thought about me. Thanks, you know, here's a gift card, or take you out to lunch, or, you know, whatever. Buy a beer, you know, something, whatever it is, you know.
Handwritten cards with
scratchers.
$1 scratchers in
Yeah.
it goes a long way.
A long way. Anything of the token of your appreciation works, because you wouldn't have had nothing. You would have had zero instead of $8,000. You know what I mean? So it's always good. Do you give referrals? People that refer.
I need to be better at.
She's a cheapo, that's why.
I need to be better at systematically doing it, but yeah, I've sent out thank you cards, gift cards, but I just want to have it more systematically done, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it works because they're gonna, guess what? They're gonna keep giving you referrals. Keep giving you referrals. They won't always expect it unless they're like, you know, not really good friends, but.
You have to ask.
Yeah.
You have to ask for it.
They will always be your source of influence. That is your sphere of influence and your sources that are gonna give you the referrals. So take advantage of them. Client referrals can come from agents as well. You know some agents in your market center and in this class. Meet agents from other brokerages while conducting business. You may wonder why an agent would refer a buyer or seller to you. Why would that be? An agent in your market center is focus on listings instead of buyers. So a listing agent's like, I don't want a buyer, here you go. It's not gonna be free. You have to give them a referral. But the referral is like what, 25% or something like that? Depends, you know, it goes from 20 to 30. An agent may refer a client outside of the distance. I've had people hit me up from the valley that are lazy to come up here, and I don't want them up here anyways. So, out of state, you know. There was one that was in Leona Valley and they didn't want to come here. I was like, okay. An agent may specialize in a particular price point if they only do high-end houses, or if they only do commercial, or if they only do, you know, certain neighborhoods. I don't want to do the east side. Guess what? I love the east side. It's my favorite. You know, price points.
What are some ways that you recommend, like, building those relationships with other agents?
So, that's part of this right here that, you know, you're going in front of me, but. There's ways you guys can definitely go about with other agents. Networking events, you know what I mean? Always, you go to networking events, right? You guys, you girls go to networking, you guys love networking events, right? So, do you get to meet other agents?
Oh, yeah.
Have you worked with other of those agents, right? Go out of town to networking events if you pass out your stuff. Like the chamber does events. There's a Hispanic chambers, that other group, NAREP or whatever it's called, they do events, you know, so, you know, learn models like that. And you can, if you go to those places, get your cards from Ventura Graphics and just put yourself out there, talk to them. You know, be friendly. Don't be that jerk agent that I don't want to give business to. Because if they know you're a good agent and you're cool, you do deals, they're super chill, they're gonna want to give you business. Get their number, like their pages, you know, things like that. Be super cool with them. Let's go to the next one. We're almost done, guys. agent to agent referrals. Grow, maintain, and manage. So grow, begin by growing an agent referral network. Keep track of your agents. Add them to your stuff. Manage, systemize your agent referral by being purposeful about it, just as with leads and contacts. There's ways that you can keep in contact with these agents once you already have their info. What are those ways? What can you do? I get emails from a lot of agents. I'm like, delete. Like from Vegas, from other venues, out of the country. When I went to a convention, there's agents from all over the world. They got my info, and guess what? This is years when I first started. They're still hitting me up, emails. That's the way you can do. You can do a drip campaign to them, especially if they're out of town. Hey, don't forget about me. Vegas, Texas, they're coming out here for.
Family reunion?
No, I'm saying like if they have clients that are moving, relocating to the base, to Northrop, because that's our main, big product out here is our, engineering and our military. So once they come out here, they're gonna wanna hit you up. You know what I mean? Oh, I know someone in Antelope Valley. I know someone there. So they're definitely gonna hit you up for that. Hit up other Keller Williams too. If that's the case, go to other offices and, present yourself. You can go there. They're not gonna kick you out. You can use their offices. So a lot of people from other offices come up here. So, and they don't even come here anymore. But okay, and you can use command as well. Did you know that at the beginning of 2022, Keller Williams had a presence of 50 top plus regions, including US and Canada? This world one, it just tells you, you can go in command. I had to use command for someone in Mexico. So with that, you can go on there and check out agents and check out by the way they're doing business and just pick someone, especially if you don't know someone in a different country. I referred them and got 25% out of it. So you can always do that. That's another way of getting referrals. One thing that is huge for me is this business to business referrals. Okay, another source for referrals is business to business. Okay, who's recommended any of these to your family, friends, or neighbors? Hairdresser, barber, dentist, doctor, vet, accountant, financial planner, mechanic, handyman, plumber, electrician, gardener, sorry. Landscaper. Who's referred them to anyone? No one's ever said, oh, go to my barber, go to my, right? Okay. If you look at my social media, a lot of them are businesses. I love going to businesses, tagging them. If I eat at Don Cuco's, I'll tag Don Cuco's. If I eat Madrano's, I know the whole family of Madrano's. I'll tag them, and they repost it. Guess what that's giving you? Exposure. Okay, get to know them. If you become super cool with them, guess what? That's another source of people that can refer you. A bigger source. I'm always tagging everyone. People are like, why are you tagging everyone? I'm showing them support because you want to reciprocate it. You want that support back, right? Yes, they might know a lot of agents. How many agents are out here? 3,000? There's a lot of agents out here. But guess what? The ones that are doing what they have to do, like especially, this is big for me because I've had businesses refer me, or I've had businesses tag me and stuff, and it's not just my people seeing it, it's their people, and if they have a big audience, then, who's tagged businesses before, right? For what? Just to say that you were there, right? Because you're supporting your business. So that's a big way to get your business out there. You refer your clients to your business, and they're gonna do the same thing. There's also farms. Let's not do Oaxaca because you guys haven't said it. Geographic farming. Who's done farming? Who knows what farming is?
Like farming?
In real estate.
Oh.
It says it right there, read it.
A collection of homes, neighborhood that an agent chooses to focus their marketing and prospecting efforts.
Okay, is everyone familiar with like the neighborhood website? It's called Neighborhood? Oh, sorry, Next Door. Next Door. Yes, it's a neighborhood website. A geographical farm is similar to that. Essentially, it targets messaging without for a certain neighborhood. So you can farm a neighborhood of 100 houses. I usually do it for your house. Go to your title rep, okay? Whoever you use. Monarch Title. Here, go to them and tell them I want to do a farm of 100 houses where I live. Start with your neighborhood, because that's the best neighborhood, right? Because that's your neighborhood. Do flyers. If they do flyers, or get a flyer done, and they'll say you want labels of those houses. You want to do letters, you want to do cards, you want to do dollar tickets. Put that label, it's already done for you. You don't have to write it in on the envelope and send them whatever you want. Okay, a letter, marketing information. If it's Halloween, I go to this site where they do hangers, door hangers. So for Halloween, I'll do door hangers with little candy stapled to it. And it says something funny, like I want to sell your house or something like that. And it has like a little vampire. That's one of the best things to do for farming. Holidays are great, okay? Like I said, doing those. Military holidays. Have you seen people put flags down on every houses and stuff like that? Do you do that? Okay, I'm trying to think we're in 2024. Most people are okay with that, okay? Putting it down in the neighborhood. It looks nice, It looks, it's sense of, community or whatnot. So people do flags with a little card, just because who put this on my yard? So you know who, and a lot of people like it. So there's some more leads right there. Christmas cards, who does Christmas cards?
This year it will be.
Who's done Christmas? You done? Christmas cards are great. I have a bunch of Christmas cards. I'm not gonna lie, I forget. I'm like, I write them. They're already written down, and I forget to send them. So this past year I sent them. No, I was good.
You can also do the e-card from Jackie Lawson.
Right.
And it will, as long as you have the email address.
Yeah, you could do e-cards. Easier if you don't, want to write them down. Before we leave, other places you can do. Who can give me examples of other? We talked about every place. And let me give you some that you're like, oh. Low cost ideas to prospect yourself.
Like if you go to birthday parties or. Yeah.
Yeah. How about church events? Who goes to church? You don't have to answer it. But church events. My church does life groups. So, like, there's a basketball group, right? There's a smoking group, not smoking, like smoke foods
Like
group,
barbecue.
barbecue group. Girls have a book club. Guess what? Just if you are interested in doing that and you like it, do it. Once you get in, guess what? They're gonna talk. What do? City sports. I play city league basketball. Ask Andrew.
He tries.
I've done deals through people on basketball leagues, a referee one time. Book clubs, things like that. They're super low cost efficient that you guys could easily, do that. And then one of the final things is seminars. Seminars is a great way to diversify your database while expanding it. Who's been to seminars? Who knows that you can do a seminar? Not just you, because you're like gonna be shy up there, like I don't know what to say. Someone will do it for you. Who are people that'll do it for you?
Lenders.
Lenders. So look at affiliates. We have a bunch of affiliates in our industry that's willing to help you, that wants your business. So guess what? They help you. Aren't you gonna help them back?
Yeah.
Okay, lenders, who else?
Title.
Title,
reps.
home inspectors, home warranties. So, like lenders, they love to do the new programs. They're gonna do one right now. I just heard them talk about the KWAV one. We're gonna do one here, right? Guess what? If you brought someone in like that, it'll be all you. You know what I mean? Home inspectors, you have a home inspector, hey, wanna do a seminar? We'll get buyers, we'll get other agents, we'll get people. Another one that I've done was law enforcement. If you guys know, cops are always willing to, you know, take 30 minutes out of their time so they can talk to you about what's going on in the community instead of going to AB's camera. You know what I mean? So like, and guess what? You can get a lot of people with law enforcement, education. There's administrators that, you know, are willing to talk to you for free. So those are all great, you know, sources that you guys can use. So leads are everywhere, like grocery store, coffee shop, repair shop, hair salon, dentist, wherever you go, right? And I think that's it. Any questions? You know who was quiet? Zoom was quiet today. Any questions out there about anything? Give me at least one aha.
Leads are everywhere you go.
There's opportunity.
There's opportunity everywhere, right? Anywhere you go.
Also, another good idea is to go to housewarming parties.
Oh,
Like
housewarming.
if a client, you help them.
After you close?
They will, after you close.
I DJ'd one of my friends. It was my friend's. It was my friend's housewarming party.
I got a referral from one of those parties.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I love it,
and
yeah.
because they'll go in the house, and let's say they invite someone that wants to buy a house too, but you don't know, no one knows, and you know it's nice house, like, get one info, like, you know, and then they're like, who got you this house?
Yeah.
So you're always gonna get referred. So remember, don't get stuck here. Start already. And if you need resources with helping with marketing, you know, Armando's always here to help. But if you want ideas or get stuck on things, you can always ask me. You can ask Andrew. He's kind of cool. Nico. Everyone here, you know.
I just got one for taking my client out to lunch. Like one of your past clients, or pick a friend, take them out to lunch, and then be sure to ask them, hey, you know anybody right now that's looking to buy or sell? Money.
Yeah. And I have some that, like, they were interested a few months back, and they're like, I'm gonna wait till this. Get those people back. If you heard that they were interested before, just take them out to lunch, coffee, something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. Any questions? Because I think they want to start. No? All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
I have a question. Do you have any like seminars that you recommend to go to?
Yeah, the main ones would be like first-time home buyers. Whoever does first-time home buyers, it doesn't necessarily have to be you doing it, but if someone else is doing it, call all your clients, people that you might think is interested, take them, go with them, and then, you know, once they hear it, then kind of guide them that way and be like, so they were talking about this, and this, you know, and that way you can be their source. But home buyer is always a big one.
JD does a few of those with the.
Yeah, there's some here. JD does home buyer seminars and things like that, and we do a few here. You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Mando is going to collect.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Sorry.
No,
One
you're
minute.
good. You're good.
Hey.
I'm picking 4.
Oh, yeah, rough. Hey.
Ben. You guys
No,
didn't
we
put it in?
passed it on,
No. You ripped it.
supposed to know. Oh, I
Oh,
did.
they're on
Yes.
top.
Okay.
Okay, 740020.
20?
Is there a name on the back?
No,
This one doesn't have a name.
What's the number?
2-0 at the end.
It's
Okay, great.
Big winner.
Come here.
You guys fill out your questionnaires. And I go ahead and collect them.
Yes, please.
Here's the next one. Last number 11. No. Last number 11.
That's me! No, I'm just kidding. That was Andrew, the one that had to take off.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. Last number
Did you
17.
guys get the rest of the questionnaires?
17. No? That's number 21.
Yep.
Here. Last number 12.
Oh.
Last number 12.
Last number 12.
Last number 15.
Right here.
Here's 12. Okay. And that's it. That's the form. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Jimmy.